our fans, our state, just have unrivaled passion for LSU.
We just respect the past and embrace the future.
Tiger fans, welcome into this week's show. Coming up, we'll get you up to date with LSU men's and women's basketball. Visit with superstar Khayla Pointer. Talk with head coach Will Wade, and we'll go behind the scenes with sophomore guard Eric Gaines. A lot coming your way. Stay with us. Inside LSU Basketball, presented by Community Coffee.
Inside LSU Basketball, presented by Community Coffee, is brought to you each week by the 8 partners that represent Team LSU. Cox, the official communications provider of LSU Athletics. McDonald's, official sponsor of the LSU Tigers. Our Lady of the Lake, official healthcare provider of LSU Athletics. Planet Fitness, official gym partner of the LSU Tigers. Rouse's Markets, official supermarket of LSU Athletics. Hancock Whitney, the official bank of the LSU Tigers. People's Health, the official health plan of LSU Athletics. And by Coca-Cola, official beverage partner of the LSU Tigers. This segment of Inside LSU Basketball brought to you each week by Bud Light.
Back on this week's show, joined with head coach Will Wade. And coach, what a win. What an atmosphere. You knew it was going to be tough. And I know you said first time around on the road in the SEC, things to learn. I thought your guys learned pretty good, played really well on the road, a little shorthanded against the Florida Gators.
Really shorthanded. You know, we started the game a little shorthanded. We ended the game really shorthanded. But our guys did a phenomenal job. I thought our discipline was much better. I thought our focus was much better going on the road. And that's what we've said. You know, you've always got to continue to improve, continue to get better if you're going to be good in the SEC. If you stay the same, if we'd have stayed the same from Auburn, we're not going to win many road games this year. And so you've got to continue to improve, continue to get better. It's another hostile atmosphere. The Rowdy Reptiles were there, loud and early, just like Auburn's student section. I thought we did a much better job getting off to a great start. That's huge on the road. Instead of being down 18-1, we were up 5-7 points, there early in the game. And so we really, all the stuff we didn't do well at Auburn, we didn't start well. We didn't finish the first half well. We didn't start the second half well, and we certainly didn't finish the game very well. We did that. We did that at Florida, and so that's really growth. We got off to a great start. Sharif helped us finish that first half really well. We got off to a great start in the second half. Days got us going there, and then we finished it with Eric Gaines making some big plays down the stretch. So I thought we saw a noticeable improvement from Auburn to the Florida game, and that's why we were able to change that result, and hopefully we can continue to move forward.
I know as a coach you look at it, you break down the film and say, well, if we'd have done this better, we'd have had a bigger lead. But I wanted to get your thoughts on having to battle where Florida comes back, they're at home, the crowd get back into it, but your guys found the way to win. How important is that not only that night, but moving forward for this team?
Yeah, I mean, that's a skill too. Like, everybody, is this team skilled or that's it? Well, playing hard and being able to stay together and stay connected when the roof's caving in on you, that's a skill, and that's a huge basketball skill. That's mental toughness on top of physical toughness. And our guys have that, and I think we grew that skill at Florida, and we're going to continue to grow that throughout the course of the season, because that's something that's innate with our guys and innate with our program. And so it's a great skill to have, and I thought we were able to lean on that at Florida. A big key in that Florida game is they were never able to take the lead. When they're able to take the lead at home, it changes the dynamic. They got it to 2 a couple times. They got it to 1 one time. They got it to 1 and had the ball, and we got to stop. But they were never able to take that lead, and because they weren't able to take the lead, we were able to keep that thing at a working margin and make it happen down the stretch.
Well, congratulations getting the first road win. Now back at home, you're taking on an Arkansas team. They get fired up when they play LSU. There's just something about it. And it's a team that when they are on, they play very well and can give you lots of trouble.
Yeah, Arkansas is a great team, as we saw. They play extremely, extremely hard. They've got lethal weapons offensively. They play extremely fast. And so, they're a great team. They're a great team, and they get after you, and they really, really attack you on offense and defense, as we saw.
Well, no doubt about it. There's a great team playing for the LSU Fighting Tigers. Let's go back, take a look at some of the highlights this week for LSU basketball.
success against LSU. He's 7-3 against the Tigers, and he is in desperate need of a win, but Darius Days takes the opening tip and takes it to the hoop. New starter for Florida is Kawasi Reeves. He was on Games a moment ago. Open three, Mwani Wilkinson. And Reed finds Days. Got it.
Double D.
Against Tennessee on Saturday, they got 23 points off of 15 Tennessee turnovers. Mwani Wilkinson finishes off the cut.
There's not a better shot, Tom. There's not a up from the same side of the floor, rip and run the other way.
Reed, mismatch inside, dunks it home. Foul, shot like a three. LSU doesn't see it. Gaines recognizes and banks it home. Winding down. Days, reverse, and a follow by Brandon Murray. Gators have closed to 6. Here's O'Neal who banks it home.
Fortunate, it feels like, to be where they are.
Sharif O'Neal going to take it again. Has barely played this year, and he's taken it right at Castleton twice.
White is at 5 or 6.
Gaines looking for Days. He's covered. Will take it himself. Steps through, and he spins it in. Fantastic move by Eric Gaines.
And it is for real. They want 40 deflections in a ball game. They're probably approaching that number right now. And they have set hard on Florida's right hand all night long, forcing the Gators to go left. And every time you turn, if you're Castleton, you know you're going to be met with an extra body, and they have just eaten up
the analytics in the film room. Gaines late getting down. Here's Eason into the game, and he lays it in.
He is violent.
And a game that LSU has dominated from the get-go. They scored the first bucket from Days to start the game, and he gets a key bucket here. Shot clock now at 5. Gaines around Days. It's at 2. 1. Lob, flush, finish! Exclamation point. Here's Murray. Step ahead of Jones. Got it.
What a tough drive by Murray. What a tough drive.
Gaines rolls it home. Gaines takes it himself. Reverse.
Whoa.
Got it. Eric Gaines. 15 in this one. He's got a career high, and he has led LSU a 4-point lead with a minute to play. 81. Will Wade's team is now 15-1 on the season with a hard-fought 64-58 win on the road in Florida. That's our final score.
Stay tuned for more Inside LSU Basketball after the break.
You need more layers, diagonal layers.
I got it, Ron. Thanks.
Leave him alone, Dad. Oh, honey, you should use ice blocks instead of cubes.
No, Bud Light Seltzer goes on top.
Diagonal layers.
Did you pre-chill the Bud Light lemonades?
Need more ice.
And diagonal layers.
I mean, if you're gonna do it right.
I don't need my hands getting cold.
Why don't you try using a Plumsky method?
Brings out the citrus notes.
Dad?
Gotta crush the ice, son.
Okay, I'm out.
What's his problem?
Whenever packing the cooler really matters, there's a Bud Light there.
Mommy, guess what? We win.
Ay, that's fake, mi amor. Ice cream?
Yeah!
Okay.
Protect your connected devices with advanced security included with Cox Panoramic Wi-Fi.
We get it. It feels like everything has changed. Masking up, changing demands at work, fewer gatherings. But one thing hasn't changed. Our commitment to your health. It's why Our Lady of the Lake Physician Group keeps finding better ways to serve you. Video visits with one of our providers, online scheduling, weekend hours, and nearly 100 locations where providers know your medical history. Our Lady of the Lake Physician Group, providing you with the best care where and when you need it.
As humankind faces its most critical challenges yet, the world demands leaders, and LSU is taking up the charge. The research we do here goes everywhere to protect communities threatened by climate change, so you can live your life with fewer worries about tomorrow. We're formulating a better way for everyone, because at LSU, our calling is humanity.
LSU Tigers fans, show your pride with real Tigers gear from the official online store, lsushop.net. You'll find everything a Tigers fan needs, including jerseys, sideline gear, polos, t-shirts, hats, and more. With an awesome selection of over 4,100 products, including official team merchandise from Nike, when it comes to Tigers pride, there's only one place real Tigers fans go: lsushop.net.
This segment of Inside LSU Basketball brought to you each week by Our Lady of the Lake Children's Health, one of Louisiana's largest pediatric healthcare networks.
Tonight, your 12th-ranked LSU Tigers take on the Tigers from Missouri. The Missouri Tigers definitely have the attention of Coach Kim Mulkey. They are a team very dangerous, and LSU is going to have to play very well to beat them here tonight in the Maravich Center. Right side on the baseline to Afua. She turns, looks, 5-footer, good, over Frank. That's a mismatch. 7 seconds to go in the quarter. Pointer, a three from the point. She got it. The Pointer steals it. Pointer up ahead to paint. Can she beat Frank to the bucket? Well, she'll stop for a running 10-footer and hit that one just as good. Newby, right side of the lane, dribbles one, spins, ducks under, lays it up and in. Out right side, Cherry, 18-footer, yes! And that should put us into overtime. And we're going to play 5 more minutes, tied at 79.
Wow.
Dribbles baseline, 10-footer more, is good! And LSU leads. Pointer to the lane, to the hole, layup, good! It's good! 5 seconds to go to the bucket, layup is blocked, ball game is over, LSU wins! On a Pointer layup with 5 seconds to go, survives overtime at the Maravich Center.
That's why you run the SEC, baby. It's a dog fight every night. We were going to celebrate 16 wins, because that now means we can't have a losing season.
Khayla Pointer said it best in that highlight. Every night in the SEC is a dogfight, and we are joined now with the GOAT herself, KP. What is it about the SEC that not only attracts top-ranked talent and top-ranked recruits, but it's brought out the best in this LSU team so far this season?
Oh man, I think it's just a simple principle of competing. Every night, it's a dogfight, whether you're playing the number 1 team in the league or you're playing the last team in the conference. But that's what's fun about it. These are the moments that we live for. All the extra workouts and stuff we do, the hard practices, conditioning, just everything. These are the moments that you live for, and it's more so fun when you're in the game and you're feeling it. You got the crowd involved, and the teammates are pumped up. You look over there and the bench is hype. It's fun. It's fun, and I've been blessed to play in the conference for 5 years. I wouldn't have wanted to play my collegiate career anywhere else. As you see, SEC, like I said, it's a dogfight every night, and I think that's why some of the best kids continue to come to this conference, because you just want to compete. And, every time you step on that floor, that's exactly what it's going to be.
All right, you say you've been here 5 years. You're 13 rebounds away from 1,500 points, 500 rebounds, and 500 assists, and you will be the first player in LSU women's basketball history to have that stat line. So, assuming that you get there, what would that mean? Not only, what does that say to not only your skill set, but also what you mean to this program as a whole?
Man, I just try to, I don't want to say leave a legacy, but I just want people to know me as, a kid that always played hard. And the 1,500, 500, 500 is something that I set out for myself. This year, going into the season, I was like, I'm going to try to, these are my goals that I'm going to reach out. Before every season of my whole collegiate career since my tragedy freshman year, I've tried to gradually make certain goals for myself and accomplish those goals, then move up a little bit more. So that goal that you mentioned is something that I've been trying to do. But it's nothing but God. This season that I'm having, I've just been blessed with having a coaching staff like Coach Mulkey and her staff, and teammates that make me look well. I'm trying to get those last couple of rebounds. I didn't know that I would be the first player to ever do that. So all of this is, jaw-dropping. So many great people have played here at this university. And I'm just blessed to be able to, be in that conversation here in a couple of years.
I don't know, for sure. So Thursday night, tight game against Missouri. You played every minute up to this point, every minute of the game. It's tied 85-85 in overtime. 8 seconds left. The ball is in your hands.
Okay.
Take us through what happens next.
Coach actually, we thought they were going to come out in a man. So they came out, we drew up a play for the man, and they came out in zones, and she was like low passing. Basically just moved the ball around, getting the gaps. I passed it to Cherry to shift the defense a little bit. She kicked it back to me, and I actually was going to shoot it. I was going to shoot it because, I've been feeling myself a little bit with the threes. But I was like, you know what, Hanson came out, and I figured I'd drive and get in there. And I just feel like, moments like that you work on. All those extra hours in the gym and stuff like that. I had the confidence, to take the shot. I felt like my team had confidence in me to take the shot, and I was going to be aggressive. I was going to make or miss a shot. I was going to read the defense. If somebody draw to me, I was going to kick it, but it went in, and I'm happy it went in. And Lex made that awesome block to seal the game, and I couldn't. That was raw emotion, like you said. That was because that game. That's probably one of the toughest games I played in my whole career here. So that was tough, but.
Yeah,
like
I was
Coach
too
said,
tired.
Tigers win.
Yeah, you was too tired to even celebrate after
Man,
a while.
I was so tired, and but I mean, it's just trying to stay the course. The game is about lows and highs, and Missouri makes their run, and then we make our run, and I just feel like, I don't know if it was the fourth quarter, even overtime, it was they score, we score, and we hit a big play, and they hit an and one, and it was just, man, I was telling my mom last night, it was so many emotions going through my head, last night. Never scared, never worried. Just trying to be in the moment, and I'm just happy that I was able to, hit that shot, and Lex was able to seal the game for us.
Now, you seem pretty good at this TV thing, so, after basketball, do you think about going into broadcasting, a little, you got ESPN watching, Bally Sports Southwest, WBRZ watching, you got a lot of people looking at you right now, so.
You're not the only person that said that to me. People have been saying it to me actually throughout my career here, maybe the past couple of years since I've gotten a little bit better at it. But Nikki's doing broadcasting now. She's like, you thinking about coming up here? I'm like, nah, not really. Coach Moki's kind of told me I should talk in front of the camera. I don't necessarily know if that's something that I want to do, but who knows what's in store for me. So maybe.
Well, hey, you can use it as a good fallback plan.
Maybe. It's talking about basketball is easy, so talking about different players in the game, I love the game, so if that's how I stay around the game, then y'all might see me up in the studio somewhere.
All right, well, thank you for visiting our studio today. We'll definitely have you back on. And then also stay tuned because there is much more to come after the break right here on Inside LSU Basketball, presented by Community Coffee.
Some traditions just keep getting better and better. Ford F-Series, the official truck of the NFL and America's best-selling trucks 44 years and counting.
Now is the time for new beginnings, for holding each other's hands, for encouraging each other, and for working together. At Women's, our mission is to improve the health of all women and infants. So today, we're focused on new ways to care for you and keep you safe. Because seeing you healthy and strong is important to us.
You need more layers, diagonal layers.
I got it, Ron. Thanks. Leave him alone, Dad. Oh, honey, you should use ice blocks instead of cubes.
No, Bud Light Seltzer goes on top.
Diagonal layers.
Did you pre-chill the Bud Light lemonades?
Need more ice.
And diagonal layers.
I mean, if you're gonna do it right.
I don't need my hands getting cold.
Why don't you try using a Plumsky method?
Brings out the citrus notes.
Dad?
Gotta crush the ice, son.
Okay, I'm out.
What's his problem?
Whenever packing the cooler really matters, there's a Bud Light there.
As humankind faces its most critical challenges yet, the world demands leaders, and LSU is taking up the charge. The research we do here goes everywhere to protect communities threatened by climate change, so you can live your life with fewer worries about tomorrow. We're formulating a better way for everyone, because at LSU, our calling is humanity.
LSU Tigers fans, show your pride with real Tigers gear from the official online store, lsushop.net. You'll find everything a Tigers fan needs, including jerseys, sideline gear, polos, t-shirts, hats, and more. With an awesome selection of over 4,100 products, including official team merchandise from Nike, when it comes to Tigers pride, there's only one place real Tigers fans go: lsushop.net.
This segment of Inside LSU Basketball is brought to you each week by lsushop.net. For the latest in sideline apparel, gifts, and all things LSU Tigers, go to lsushop.net.
There's one thing for certain. When sophomore guard Eric Gaines touches the floor, excitement follows. On the latest episode 6 of The Gold Standard, which you can find at LSU Sports YouTube page, we had a chance to go in depth with Eric Gaines, who's been so instrumental in the success of the Tigers so far this year.
But the conversation I had with her was, I was just tired of seeing her putting her hard work into what she does best. So I was just telling her, like, this year I just want this to be my last year for you. Have you stop working, doing all this extra things for me. It's my turn to come back and give it to you. Playing my to my highest ability, get my teammates open, push the pace. I really accept this role that he gave me this year. Last year as a freshman, it was a different role. But coming into this year, I just felt more comfortable with the conversation that I had with him and the role that he gave me this year to help us, win more games or win the SEC championship. And the role that he gave me, I'm accepting it and making the best of it so far. I just try to go out and be the best player I can be. Try to work hard every day, come in at 8, get a workout in. Probably go lift, get treatment, practice, repeat the next day, So I try to push myself every day to be the better me, and my expectations are high, Coach has a high expectation for me too, so I have to push myself, to his standards so I can be the most successful I can be. Going into Auburn shooting-wise, felt confident about him. It wasn't falling. After the game, I just told myself, got to put up more shots in the gym, and that's what I did. Was working on my shot and came back the next game, 2 big threes in my career. I'm the type of guy that I try to move on past it, but something in my head won't let me, so it just gives me the urge to get up, work harder the next day, try to be the better me, like I said, It's just a lot that comes with it. I just want to say I was locked in. That was a different Eric Gaines you've seen out there. I feel like I had a chip on my shoulder that game because of the way I played the Auburn game. So I just feel like I had to come in and give back to my team. I feel like I failed my team at the Auburn game. So I had to come back and, be the better Eric Gaines, the Eric Gaines that they know, that they see in practice. So I just felt like I had to give one back to my team.
Court. Chance to take their first lead. Murray with a 3, top of the key, and the Tigers. Corner shot fake on a 3. Going baseline, punch, he slams it home. LSU Gaines, right corner, driving in, up and under, left hand, off the glass, passes it sweetly. Right to the half right here. Pinson races into the front court, right side will lob it up, alley-oop slam. Out to Days, he'll take another 3. That one's good from straight away. Days a 26-footer, good. Straight away 3, there is Days. Need help, kick it out for a long 3, that is good. The big fella, Hefton Reed. Across the way, Gaines a long 3, and he hit it. Rebound, 2 LSU players had it. Layup is good. It counts and a foul. Tari Eason. Right elbow up top Days. 3 ball straight away. Good. Gets it to Eason. With 14 seconds to go. Timeout. Malcolm Lewis Miller. Up ahead. Yeah, by Pinson.
Back on track, just like that.
Details and discipline for myself and the team. Details and discipline. Like you said, it's not going to get easy. It's not going to get any more easy. It's going to get harder. So, for us to be successful, we have to be more disciplined and we have to be locked in on all the details that goes with it.
Stay tuned for more Inside LSU Basketball after the break.
We're Dudley DeBosier. As an official partner of LSU Athletics, we love being back here on campus.
It's where we began our journey as lawyers.
And it keeps us connected to the community we pledge to serve.
This place has made a difference in so many lives across the state.
And it inspires us to do the same.
We're a law firm that cares about this community.
And that's the Dudley DeBosier difference.
Demand Dudley DeBosier, official partner of LSU Athletics. 444-4444.
cake, mi amor. Ice cream? Yeah! Okay.
Protect your connected devices with advanced security included with Cox Panoramic Wi-Fi.
You need more layers, diagonal layers.
I got it, Ron. Thanks. Leave him alone, Dad. Oh, honey, you should use ice blocks instead of cubes.
No, Bud Light Seltzer goes on top.
Diagonal layers.
Did you pre-chill the Bud Light lemonades?
Need more ice.
And diagonal layers.
I mean, if you're gonna do it right.
I don't need my hands getting cold.
Why don't you try using the Plumsky method?
Brings out the citrus notes.
Dad?
Gotta crush the ice, son.
Okay, I'm out.
What's his problem?
Whenever packing the cooler really, really matters, there's a Bud Light there.
As humankind faces its most critical challenges yet, the world demands leaders, and LSU is taking up the charge. The research we do here goes everywhere to protect communities threatened by climate change, so you can live your life with fewer worries about tomorrow. We're formulating a better way for everyone, because at LSU, our calling is humanity.
When you support, she soars. When you donate, he delivers. When you provide, they prevail. Since 1987, TAF members have lifted the minds, bodies, and spirits of LSU student athletes, making sure they have what they need to succeed in competition, the classroom, and in life. When you give, they go.
This segment of Inside LSU Basketball brought to you each week by Community Coffee, the official coffee of LSU Athletics.
Well, that's going to wrap up this week's show. Don't forget LSU men's basketball. They'll be on the road this week. They travel to take on Alabama on Wednesday night and then a rematch with Tennessee on Saturday in Knoxville. Coach Kim Mulkey and women's basketball, well, they have the midweek off. Hope you'll join us again next week. We'll catch you up to date once again on LSU basketball. For all involved, our entire crew, this is Chris Blair. So long, everybody, and go Tigers.
Inside LSU Basketball, presented by Community Coffee, is brought to you each week by the 8 partners that represent Team LSU. Cox, the official communications provider of LSU Athletics. McDonald's, official sponsor of the LSU Tigers. Our Lady of the Lake, official healthcare provider of LSU Athletics. Planet Fitness, official gym partner of the LSU Tigers. Rouse's Markets, official supermarket of LSU Athletics. Hancock Whitney, the official bank of the LSU Tigers. People's Health, the official health plan of LSU Athletics. And by Coca-Cola, official beverage partner of the LSU Tigers.
Rival passion for LSU.
We just respect the past and embrace the future.